Hey there, I have been getting a lot of questions recently about email autoresponders and which service to use, and this actually is a perfect time for me to talk about that because I am switching over to a new autoresponder service. If you don't know me, my name is Chrissy Heron. I am the founder of IndieBizChicks.com. I've been building my business online since 2007, so it's been a while, and I've used several autoresponders in that time frame. Now, for the last several years, I have been a loyal customer and a big fan of ConvertKit. Last month, I discovered ActiveCampaign and I am switching everything over. And so I'm going to explain why. I'm going to show you a few differences and I'm going to show you a comparison, between ActiveCampaign, between ConvertKit. So this dashboard that you're looking at right now, this is ActiveCampaign. I only have 3 contacts right now because it's literally 3 of my email addresses. I've just been playing around on my own email addresses and seeing how things work before I import my list from ConvertKit over. And so the dashboard is going to look a little bit different. Now with ConvertKit, they don't really use lists. So the language is going to be a little bit different, but you can get used to it, don't worry. And so you're going to have lists, and you will be able to tag people and everything like that that you do in ConvertKit. Broadcasts are called campaigns, so like I said, there's going to be a little bit of a language difference, but it's all the same stuff. The automations is really the big difference, and with ActiveCampaign, the automations, you can create a lot of different automations that you can in ConvertKit. So let's take a look at that real quick. And then the other big difference is the way you write emails. ActiveCampaign has a bunch of templates and you can even create your own. ConvertKit likes things to be a little bit more simple, but we will get to that. Now, like I said, I haven't actually brought everything over from ConvertKit, so I thought this was another perfect time to record this because it's not cluttered with all of my stuff. Once I start building everything out, it's going to be cluttered. When you join ActiveCampaign, it's going to be really similar to what this looks like. So I have played around a little bit with this welcome series. And you can create lots of different automations. And so you have different triggers. And you can choose from a ton of things. Like anytime someone joins your list, if they click a link, all different kinds of stuff. And you can create the email right here in ActiveCampaign that they will receive. You can choose to wait for a certain time period, and then you can check and see if they have a different tag. If they do, you can send them down one path. If they don't, you can send them down another path. And so you may be wondering, why would you want to do that? So for example, this example here is called Welcome Series. So let's say that you have several different freebies that you've created to give out to your people that join your list. And it doesn't matter what freebie they get, you want them to go through a welcome series. So let's say you have a subscriber named Sally, and she's been a subscriber for a while, and she was on your website and she noticed that you have a new freebie that she's never gotten before, and a template or a video or whatever kind of freebie you create, and she wants that, and so she signs up for it. Now, like I said, she's already been on your list for a while. You don't want her to have the welcome series. So you can assign people, like once they go through the welcome series, you can assign a tag that says completed welcome series or something like that. And so here you would say look for a tag welcome series. If they've already completed it, you can send them right on down to the end of the list or the end of this automation, and that way they don't get the welcome series. You can have them automatically jump to the end, and that way they don't go through it again, and that way Sally is not getting these same emails over and over every time she joins one of your whenever she signs up for one of your freebies. Now, another reason you may want to have an automation say look for a certain tag is, for example, let's say that you have your list of people and you are going to be launching a new product. And so you send out an email to your list and you let them know that you have a challenge, a free challenge, or a free webinar, or whatever you're going to do to kick off your launch. And so the percent of people that sign up for that, they're going to be in your launch sequence. And so whenever you have one of those, you can tag it like special sequence or something like that. Now, not every single person on your list is going to sign up for the challenge or the webinar, whatever it is that you're kicking off at your launch, because not everyone is going to be interested in every single product that you create. And so when those people who signed up for it, they get tagged special sequence, your whatever sequence that you have going can look for that, and it says, oh, special sequence, well, we're not going to give them an email this week. They're going to, they're getting the special sequence emails. And so this email sequence, like let's say it's your main sequence, it'll just skip over them and then it'll look next week. You can assign, you can say wait 7 days or whatever and see if they still have that tag. Eventually when they're in the special sequence launch sequence, that special sequence tag will fall off at the end of that sequence when you're done promoting that product to them, and then they'll go back to receiving the emails and your standard sequence. So hopefully that makes sense. So let's see what it looks like when you create one. So we are going to go back and we will add a new automation. And they have some different recipes here, they call it, that they have that they've created, and you can use those. But we'll just start from scratch. Okay, so these are the different triggers. Subscribes to a list, unsubscribes from a list, submits a form, open, reads an email, clicks a link in an email. If they visit your web page, you can hook up your website to ActiveCampaign. How awesome is that? They have deep data integrations, and they can look and see what people are clicking on your website. You can have all kinds of stuff. If they have shared one of your emails or forwarded an email, if they have, a tag is added or removed, all kinds of stuff. So anyways, let's say if they subscribe to a list. And you can use this drop down menu to pick your lists. Like I said, I've just started playing with this, so I only have one list. If you have it run once, that means the person will only go through this automation once. If you have it multiple times, they can go through this sequence or automation multiple times. And so you can choose to send an email. You can choose to send a text. There's also a site message. I do not have this level of the plan. If you have a site message, then they will see a message on your website the next time they go to your website. So I'll show you what the email looks like real quick. So you just title the email. This is not the headline of your email. This is the title for your purposes. So we'll just say it's a sample automation email. So this is the email editor. They have all these different templates that you can choose from, or you can build your own. And these are really incredible. So I'll just preview a couple of them for you. So this one's pretty simple. You can include your own picture and your social media links there. And that gives you the preview of what it'll look like on the phone. Some of them look like really nice newsletters. Like that looks like a really nice newsletter. There's a preview. So we will use this template. So this is where you write your subject. So subject line goes here. And all of this is customizable. You can come over here and you can change anything. If you want, different colored buttons, you certainly can do that. You can change your pictures really easily. So that was super simple. You can also have conditional content, which is seen to certain people. So now you can add in personalization things like people's names if you want, like within the message, all that good stuff. And then the conditional content, that is like, let's say you wanted to add something, but you only wanted certain people to read the message. So let's say right here, you were going to promote something like one of your products. And I'm not sure if you noticed what I did there, so let me do that again. You come over here and you click this little icon and then you go make conditional. And so you can add a condition. And so it can be like an email address. It can be all different things. It can be if a tag exists, if a tag does not exist. So let's say, or it can be what list they're on. So let's say someone buys a product, they go on that product list. So, or if they purchase a product and they get a tag or whatever. So let's say tag does not exist. Actually, I don't have very many tags because I haven't been using this very much, so we'll go with lists. So here is one of my lists. Okay. So that's how simple it is. And now this will only be shown to people who are on a certain list. And if they're not on that list, then they're not going to see it. And so that way, you can really divide up your emails as far as, and see, and it tells you right there, will show if contact list equals C list. So only if they're on C list are they only going to see this. So let's say that they have purchased a product and you have a similar product, you can promote that product to them. And then, like I said, if you wanted to hide certain things from people, that way, if you are promoting a different product that these people already bought, they're not going to see this product being promoted. They'll only see this product being promoted, and it's so simple just with those drop down menus. And like I said, you can change all of these fonts, you can change the pictures, you can do all of this stuff. Now let's go over to ConvertKit so I can show you the difference, okay? So their automations are not as nice looking. I don't even use the automations in ConvertKit. I just use the rules. So, and I'll show you what those look like in a minute. And so, you create an automation, you only have 4 options. When we were over in ActiveCampaign, there was all those different options. If they joined a list, if they got tagged with something, if they clicked a link on your website, if they did this, if they did that, blah, 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 blah. Here you have join a form, is they have a tag made, or if they purchased an item. This is deceiving because there's only so many things that ConvertKit has an integration with. Okay, so my shopping cart that I use is not one of these. So I still have to do some, I still have to, this purchase doesn't apply to me. I would have to create a tag when they purchase that item, and I have to do that in the rules. I can't even do that in the automation. So here's what I do. I use these rules, and if they, let me wait for this to load. So if they subscribe to a sequence, then I have to add a tag, and then I can, when the tag is added, I can go back over here and create this automation because the tag would be added. Or I can do everything in these rules. And so the triggers are if they click a link, if the tag is added, and so forth. And click a link is only in the emails. So I could set up a link trigger within ConvertKit, and that's what I do a lot. And so if I send out an email and someone clicks that link, then I can have them join a sequence, or I can add a tag, remove a tag, or unsubscribe them from a sequence, and so forth. So you're very limited compared to what you can do in ActiveCampaign. And then I'll show you the email editor. Now, ConvertKit likes simple emails, and that's fine. So this is all you get. And it just looks like a text-based email. Now you can add some personalization. So you can add someone's first name, and you can add a photo, and you can kind of format it, but it's still just going to be right there. It's not going to be like those fancy newsletters that we just saw. Even if you wanted to have just your picture and your social media links, you would have to hand code that. Now you can create your own template, but again, you have to hand code that. It's not built into their editor. If you just wanted to have a cute button and you wanted to have your brand colors, like if you use blue or green or whatever on your website, and you wanted to have that button with similar colors, just say click here to read now or click here to do whatever, you would have to hand code that. It's not that it can't be done, but if you don't like code and you don't want to do all that, it's going to be a lot of work on you. And it's not as simple as just picking an email template and doing it. And again, the automation builder was so much easier. And so that is why, and again, this is ConvertKit, this is ActiveCampaign. So that is why I am switching over to ActiveCampaign. I have nothing against ConvertKit. I think they're a great company. It's just I really enjoy all the different things that ActiveCampaign can do for you, and the tracking they have, and the email builder is great. The automations are just amazing. If someone let's say you send out an email and they click a link in your email, or they click a link on your website after getting the email, and you can send another email. You can look to see if they have a certain tag, and then you can send an email if they haven't purchased, and you can say, hey, don't forget about this product, blah blah blah. You can do all of those things. And yes, technically you can do some of that stuff with ConvertKit, but it takes a while to set it up, and there's multiple steps. And like I said, you can't track your website stuff. So that's out of the picture with ConvertKit. So you can track email links, but you have to go and you have to set stuff up in rules, and then you can set stuff up in automations, and it's just not as easy as using ActiveCampaign, where it's all there. And if you're wondering about the pricing, I am paying the exact same amount for ConvertKit and ActiveCampaign. The prices will vary depending on the size of your list and so forth, but for me, the pricing is the same, so it's very competitive. I'm really excited about all of the features and different things that ActiveCampaign has. And let me get back to a previous screen. So yeah, I'm very excited about it. I can't wait to dive in and do more stuff with this, because I just think there are so many things you can be doing. I think that anytime you're able to use automation and you're able to, whether you are doing it on this end where you're checking to see if they have different tags, if you are setting up sales funnels when they click things or when they visit certain things on your website and different things like that, and then even in the email itself where you have the conditional formatting. Oh, I wanted to show you that real quick. ConvertKit technically has that, where you can say only show this content to this person and so forth. It all goes by their tags. And guess what? You have to work with the code. And so if you don't understand code, you have to Google it and you have to work on it. And then you send a test message to yourself to make sure it's working. Whereas, like I said, with ActiveCampaign, I showed you, you just click on a spot and there's drop-down menu. So that is another reason why I'm switching, because I have done it in ConvertKit and it's a pain in the butt. So like I said, there's just so much stuff that it's easier in ActiveCampaign. Anyways, I am going to end this for now. As I get more involved with ActiveCampaign, I can certainly create some more videos if people ask about them, so let me know. I will put up the link for the free trial. Definitely check it out. What do you have to lose? It's a free trial. Alright, if you have any questions, let me know. My email is info@indiebizchicks.com. Thanks for watching and have a great day.